All right, guys, this is the 23rd of September through the 25th. This is about 23 minutes. We'll see how this goes. I took first in a $10 27 player tournament last night for $97. So we're back up again. We're just under 700, I think, which is what I was hoping for. I just need to do that a couple more times and I'll be right back where I was. And again, I think my playing absolutely excellent. I think better than ever by far. And the conversation, ooh, okay, it was close. I was like, ugh, I was worried about a draw. I was having a conversation with a friend, Chad. And Chad is a very conservative Christian, and was discussing essentially, if there is no God, how did life happen? And to my understanding, they're finding evidence on asteroids and things of like amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins, just happening naturally. And the thing that gets skipped over is, how do you, in your mind, make up a situation where for billions of years, not millions, not hundreds of thousands, but billions of years, it only had to happen once? We don't know if there's life on other planets. I posted a video on my Facebook feed about this recently because of the James Webb Telescope. They're actually apparently thinking they're finding evidence that is leading them to suspect that some of these exoplanets may have life on them, even if it's plankton. Uh, oh man, it is a weird time to be alive. So, could life have simply somehow sprung from the lack of life? And it only had to happen once. So to talk about mitochondria, they think mitochondria was like a separate organism, and then a cell sucked in a mitochondria, and then like something like that. Like it gets to this point where I have conversation with Chad where he gets to genetics and like genetic engineering and hey, that's pretty good. Some other stuff where I get a little lost because you understand the limits of my biological understanding. And I think it's very, very hard to imagine billions of years. All it had to do was start. All it had to do somehow was become active. And then it's like you start getting weird about the definition of life itself. So viruses reproduce, they fulfill some of the notions of what we think of as life, and others not so much. And then do we have to change our notion of what life actually means? How many millions or billions of years where they're essentially just unicellular organisms? And you only had to get a unicellular organism once. Like, if we find life on other planets and we actually have plankton or some sort of unicellular, multicellular organisms, friggin' amoebas or something, what does that mean about life in a larger universe? Chad has his specific leanings towards a more conservative Christian interpretation, and I, as somebody who, if you corner me as agnostic, I can't really say, well, how did life happen? They always in a video they always like the lightning strikes or something. I always think it's electricity. It's very interesting, like visually, what we put towards that. There's certainly deeper ramifications. We continue to learn more about life on our own planet. Queen, no, no. Hey, 32. I'll take. Come on. Let me get my calculator out here so I can keep track. We got 32. And on to the 25th. Small wins. Small wins. Cro-Magnons, Neanderthal, Homo habilis. Just layers and layers and layers of humans being one of the only branches, I think, of what biologically we'd call humans. Like, it starts to warp my brain eventually, because it's like I've heard people question evolution by saying, I ain't come from no monkey. And it's like, that's not what evolution is saying. It's saying that apes broke off into multiple branches, and we're the ones that made it through. And we took on some, apparently, Neanderthal genes. Oh, yes. If there's anything you want to see with a pair of 10s, it is another 10. Is he going for his flush draw? Do not raise his ire, I would call, sir. Uh-oh. It was an 8. It was a heart. It was a heart. What do we do? What do we do? Bet back at him. He thinks you have Jack 9. So, yeah, I mean, we're talking about me as a 47-year-old getting information about our planet and evolution from documentaries on Netflix narrated by Morgan Freeman. And they're amazing. They're displaying things that I was never taught in school, in high school, in biology. I don't even know if we knew the same things about Neanderthals that we know now from 20 years ago. How much has our knowledge, actually deepened? When you look at the fossil record of trilobites, did trilobites evolve from 3 segments to 4 segments to 5 segments and then again and again and again over millions and millions of years in the fossil record? If people say, well, how could life have sprung from nothing? Well, it didn't spring from nothing unless you're going back to what you might consider the Big Bang. It's more like life somehow over time assembled itself out of non-living ingredients. We are made of star stuff. 15 minutes left. Oh, you thought I was playing poker? No, we're just biblical exegesis. Make him put it in for you. Come on, man. You re-raised. There you go. And that's the fun thing about being agnostic, because if you get to a rough question, you just go, I don't know. I might have some whiskey. I don't know. I'm going to assume I knew better. It's not suited. It's a pretty rough spot. I like this one better. He could have very easily had a weak ace and be outranking you. What are the blind sizes? I don't know. I think that might have been a little too... I should have just made a normal bet. Ooh, I hate to lose with AK, but I think that's mandatory as a call. Nice. Real nice. Okay, I was thinking, like, man, that's a jam? And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, the blinds are so big. Ooh, man, ouch. That sucks. That's just, you just lose. Oh well, wasn't your tournament. AK runs into aces. You mean eight? Oh, oh well. We bubbled. Yeah. No, no, it didn't bubble. Just didn't make it. Didn't he make final table? So yeah, deep, deep speculation. I really wish I could, and maybe that's it. As I branch out in the podcast, we need to get a new place to live. As I branch out, I need to get scientists of different, what do you call it? Different branches of the sciences, and actually sit and have these longer conversations with them that essentially they're smarter than I am. It outstrips my knowledge base. Ooh, what an ugly, ugly board. You have nothing, sir. Does he bet? Because you got to let it go. If he bets, you got to let it go. Otherwise, just check it down. Airball. Airball. God, that sucks. 12 minutes left. So, yeah, how badly do I want to sit down with, I don't know, whoever's after E.O. Wilson? Miss you, bro. Miss you. Neil deGrasse Tyson, physicists, astrophysicists, chemists, asking them questions about some of these things and how their sciences are linked together. Mm. Oh, how lucky. I would call it 11 minutes. Put him in, sir. Five blinds. I say that's a good way to go. Three. Yay! What a catch. Yes. Sweet. So nice. So nice. Looked like we might make the money on this one. No, I don't think I would have. Knowing what I know now, nah, that's a bet. That's a bet straight out. Four-handed. Now I might slow down. Somebody about to bust. Uh-oh. Mm. Oh, I was wondering. All right, 45. Not bad. Let me add that to my total. 77 in wins so far. Got 9 minutes left. Uh-oh. Call it. What a horrible river. On multiple fronts. Any diamond, any queen. Yep. Sucks. 8 minutes left. So yeah, hopefully we kind of pick up the podcast. The podcast has been interesting because a lot of people think it's primarily just massage related stuff, but there's so many different directions I want to branch out into, and having poker players on. If I could get Spraggy or Lex Veldowis to do an interview with me and sit and chat. There's so many people with a more expansive experience and higher mental aptitude that I want to sit and glean information from. There's so many things I have questions about. Put it in, sir. 7.5 minutes left. I also notice there's not as often, there's a little more volatility in my play, but I'm not as often in this position where I'm short stacked. And if it happens, it doesn't happen as long. It doesn't feel like I'm run down. It feels like I lose a hand, or, somebody gets lucky and I lose. I like where my game is at. And I certainly think it's also more interesting than some of my older play by far. The older play was a little too formulaic. Now I'm starting to branch out. I'm starting to lean on guys in various ways. Ugly, ugly air ball, three-handed. Six minutes left. We're at 77. Let's see if we can pull off any more and wins. Hell of a catch. So, yeah, the amount of biology, chemistry, and physics knowledge, given the current state of the sciences, to be able to say, with our closest current understanding, how life sprang up on Earth. No clue, man. None. And since there's life on this planet, is there life on other planets, and what does that mean? Five minutes left. That is a funky flop. Bet. Bet, sir. And also, there's a flush draw. It's like there's so many potential ways to lose unless you hit another ace. And if you hit an ace, the other guy's more likely to have queen 10, hit a straight, and you're going to take his whole stack because he believes he is ahead. What's he do? Your guess is as good as mine. Check it down. Yeah. Wait, I'm actually confused by something. Hold on. So, why we both got a full house, right? Oh, I've got a higher full house. Okay, that's why I was confused. I was like, wait a second, we split it. I'm like, no, we chopped it. No, you didn't. You just had a higher full house. That's all it was. 3 minutes left. So yeah, man, shit. The challenge with artificial intelligence is we assume we know what biological intelligence is. Two minutes left. Two minutes. Intelligent life on Earth. I've played poker on Hoker. I played poker on bovada. Intelligent? What do you mean they're strict statistical analysis? I've had to learn how to play loose because, like, the problem is I learned the statistics first, and I'm like, but that is statistically improbable. One minute left. Yes, shoving light. Nice. 1 minute left. That sucks. It's always the aces, 3 and 4 handed. See? Aces again. What'd you get? Nada. Zilch. 0. Correct. And if you lose 3-handed, 30 seconds left. Oh, that's good. I missed it. 48 is good, but what the hell did I lose with? I was checking something. Oh, ace and a 5. Okay. All right. Well, not too bad. Okay, 48.60. Let's add that to the total. And 48. 125. Not too bad. Cool. If you guys have any comments, critiques, criticism, you'd like to talk to me about statistical analysis of the fact that God created everything just as it is and that the King James Version of the Bible is the inerrant word of God, please write hate mail in the comments down below. You guys have a good one.